Hello, and welcome back to A Foreborn Life. Today, we will be in my garden. The pavers that I took out of my greenhouse, I am going to take them and move them up by my driveway, where we have a table and some chairs. And at the time, like I said, when you're gardening, you have to do it as you have to do things as you have money, because I'm not like one of those HGTV people who have $24,000 and they can just throw it all into their yard. So this area right here where we have a table and two chairs, and behind it I have my comfrey. I have some other potted plants. But at the time I just didn't have any time to work with this area, and I really wanted to focus on doing something else. But now that I have those pavers, I can take and hopefully put those pavers in this area. Okay, so I started putting these pavers in. I'm not putting them in correctly because that's going to be another project, but not today. I'm just going to lay them down here. I'm not going to worry about them being even or any of that stuff. Plus, my husband's going to have to get those crepe myrtles out of here. So I'm just laying these down any kind of way. And when I have time, I'll put them in right. Plus, this wasn't really the idea I had for this. I wanted to put the stones and things in like I did over here, because I like for it to be continuity with the pebbles and the walking stones. So we'll see. I just don't want to do anything permanent right there right now. So that's a project. The crepe myrtles were beautiful at first and provided shade. They began to get so large and became invasive. If you're not familiar with crepe myrtles, once the blooms start to fade away, they leave a terrible mess. And they also will put a lot of suckers out. So you'll have crepe myrtles popping up all over your yard when you have these plants, because they send out a lot of shoots. When I first moved the table under the two crepe myrtles, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, and I really didn't want to put any money into it. So I put down some plastic weed block. I know plastic is not good for your garden, and I put cardboard on top of that. But as you could tell from the beginning of my garden, showing you the area where I was going to place the pavers, you see that the cardboard had deteriorated. This table has been in so many places in my yard. I've had it on my back patio. Sometimes I just had the two chairs by themselves. But it has moved around several times. I know that it needs to be resprayed right now, but that is another project also. This is coming out better than I thought, even though I didn't prep the ground. Okay, so some of the comfrey is growing right here, and I don't want to I don't want to put a brick over it, so I'm going to dig it up. And I can plant it somewhere else in my garden. I don't know where I'm going to put it. It's going to go somewhere. And I planted it by my mulberry tree that was delivered to us by a bird. Oh, that's really unstable. Hold on. This actually turned out to be a good use of those pavers. I started doing some surfing and I found that I can go ahead and stencil them, and I like what All Simply Done did with his pavers. He stenciled them, so that I think I might try to do that on my next project. So that is another project. Temporary down until the next time. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss my next video. Thank you for watching.